It's time to enter the world of real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, ADRIENNE Lally, and ATTILIO Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, ADRIENNE and ATTILIO.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at 799-9596. That's 799-9596, or on the web at teamlally.com, and that's Lally.
Hey, folks, this is Attilio. I was at having dinner at Morimoto's the other evening, waiting forever for my glass of water. And a lady came up to me, tapped me on the shoulder, started asking me a bunch of tax and legal questions. I said, those are great questions. Highly recommend you seek the appropriate licensed professional. And then I said, but Mom, what other questions do you have? All right, so folks, if you hear anything on the show, sounds like legal advice, hey, go run it past an attorney. Sounds like tax advice, go see your local tax professional. We're going to have one of those on the show later on today.
Yes, we are.
But today we're realtors, and only for today, we're going to be talking about real estate.
All right, so we have, we're kind of shifting gears here now. We've been doing these Jim Rohn quotes, and we're going in the complete opposite direction.
We're going with Jack Handey. So on the there's a spectrum of quotes. On one end is Jim Rohn, you know, like a business.
Like he's a business philosopher.
Guru.
Yes.
And on the other end of the spectrum is the world famous from Saturday Night Live, Jack Handey.
He's more of a humorist.
He's a humorist?
He's a humorist.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So when I was a kid, my favorite relative was Uncle Caveman. After school, we'd all go play in his cave. And every once in a while, he would eat one of us. It wasn't until later that I found out that Uncle Caveman was a bear.
All right. So think deeply upon that one.
Would you like to read another one?
I think we should give him another one here.
Okay, one
Maybe
more.
In order to understand mankind, we have to look at the world itself. Look at the word itself.
Yes.
Mankind. Basically, it's made up of two separate words, mank and eind. What do these words mean? It's a mystery, and that's why so is mankind. Mank and eind.
Okay, one more. Sometimes I think you have to march right in and demand your rights, even if you don't know what your rights are or who the person is that you're talking to. Then, on the way out, slam the door.
There you go.
Do we have a slamming the door sound effect?
I don't have a slamming the door sound effect. But but Steven, are my sound effects ready to go? Yes. Oh, sorry. Hey, you know, we're going to be talking later today about a complex that allows pets. So stay tuned for that. Now it's our learning moment. Is this our learning moment?
Sure, we could have a learning moment.
Unless we got Gabe calling in. Oh, but he's in the mainland. Gabe with Hawaii VA loans. Phone's not doing too good.
He's so dedicated.
He's charging his phone at an Apple store. So
yes,
we're going to wait till he gets some good battery life and call in with the VA Minute.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about our success story. By the way, did you know that Team Lally lists 2 to 4 homes per week? With the low inventory, it's crucial to have a head start. It's kind of like learning to read before you start school. We have lots of homes in process. If you want to know more about our coming soon inventory, just give our buyer hotline a call. What's that number, Adrienne?
That's 234-4421.
You know what? Give it to him one more time.
234-4421.
And one of our 5 full-time buyer agents would be happy to serve you, or send us an email at info@teamlally.com. At teamlally.com?
At teamlally.com.
Well, you think I was going to leave the at part out?
I don't know.
He was helping me out?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, because you like to leave the www out.
Okay. So you think I was going to skip the at things too, huh?
I never know what you're going to do.
Well, hey, people know what emails are. They know how it's all configured.
Exactly. But, you know, this week, we kind of went above our average.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of a crazy week.
So people say, you know what do you guys do in this tight inventory market? We go get more inventory. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So this week alone, we listed 9 homes. And I don't know about you. If I'm a buyer looking to buy a home in today's market, I want to be listing it with a top producing team that's going to produce inventory.
Mm-hmm.
All right, not just point you in the direction of the MLS, cross our fingers and hope we can find you something. We have a more,
proactive
approach. We've got a very systematic game plan that allows us to, exceed what the average realtor does.
That's right, because we're not average.
Yeah. So
We're
we
above
learned this from
average.
Grant Cardone. He was one of the success coaches that we talked to. He says, "Don't compete. What do we do?
Dominate.
Dominate." Okay.
Dominate. All right, so we have Gabe here with the... He hung up.
Gabe, you hung up on us.
He'll be calling back soon.
That's okay. He'll call back. He's very persistent.
That's why he's so successful.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we have a relationship with Hawaii VA Loans.
Yeah. So your favorite, I know what you people are wondering, especially you realtors that are listening in. How did we get 9 listings this week?
We worked really hard.
We worked really hard, and that's a good question. So if you're somebody who's looking to work with Team Lally, give us a call. We're not hard sell.
Mm-hmm.
We're more like a consultative. We're more like expert consultants. We bring you in.
Mm-hmm.
We waterboard you till you sign off on paperwork.
No.
No.
Okay, so I think Gabe is on the line now.
Okay.
Are you there, Gabe?
How's it going, guys?
Good,
Hi.
good. Where are you at?
I'm in San Francisco, so aloha from the Bay Area.
San Francisco. You gonna go see
Yeah.
the Alcatraz or any of that stuff?
No, we're doing a little sightseeing and stuff, and actually at one of the malls, I had to stop over to the Mac store because my iPhone charger doesn't work. So you'd be surprised at how much you miss your phone when you don't have it, because
I tell you.
you need it for maps. You're calling people, texting people. So, but I found a Mac store, I got it charged up a little bit.
I know. It's like without the phone, you're like, I can't socially interact or find where I need to go.
I know. How did we do this 10 years ago without cell phones?
I know.
15
So
years ago.
are you coming to us live from the Mac store in San Francisco?
Basically.
All right, so tell us the tip of the week, the VA tip of the week, Gabe.
Yeah, so again, one of the big benefits of the VA loan program is you don't have to put a down payment, and even just as beneficial as that is you don't have to pay mortgage insurance. So any other loan program out there, if you don't put 20% down, you're paying mortgage insurance, which basically increases a homeowner's monthly cost, and it's paid to protect the lender. Okay, so this cost could be anywhere from $200 to $400, $500 a month additional. And with a VA loan, you don't have to pay that. So instead, what the VA loan does is it charges the veteran what's called a VA funding fee. And this is an upfront cost that's not paid out of pocket, that's rolled into the loan amount, that helps cover the guaranteed costs of a VA loan. So what does that mean? It means if the veteran was to default, then the VA will reimburse the lender to help go through the foreclosure process. Now, the big tip with this is you can get this VA funding fee waived or reduced if you have some kind of service-related disability, okay? And we've actually had one circumstance where the disability paperwork wasn't finalized by the time at closing, so we had to charge the funding fee at closing, but 2 months after that, we got proof of disability, and we retroactively were able to get that refunded back to the borrower. So that could happen as well.
Okay.
Oh, wow, I've never heard of that occurring. You guys must have found some great resources.
Yes.
there at
We,
the VA to
it
get
took
that
a lot of
going.
research on Jim's part to figure it out, and we got it done. So what's going to happen is they're not going to reduce your mortgage payments. They're just going to pay down the principal balance of whatever that VA funding fee was, but you still get that money back, which is nice.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
That's a good
So,
tip.
All right.
so yeah, if you're a disabled veteran, it'd be cheaper for you to get a VA loan.
All right, so if there's any veterans out there or just anyone that wants to get a loan or refi, what would be the best number and website for them to reach you at, Gabe?
Yep, we're at HawaiiVALoans.com, and that's 808-792-4251. 792-4251.
792-42. You know, they said we were watching this marketing thing. They said if you sing the number, people. Actually, it was that thing on Discovery Channel about the brain, how the brain works. What's that show? I forgot what that show was. But they said they did a study, and if you sing the number, it's easy for people to remember. Okay, go ahead. Gabe.
Yeah, but if I sing it, then people are gonna change the station. So
792-4251. 792-4251.
all right, my battery's dying. I gotta go.
All right,
All right.
thanks, Gabe.
All right, guys, take care.
All right, so we do need to take a quick break, but don't go too far. When we come back, we have some tax advice.
That'll change your life forever.
It's your friend Sean Hannity, and I can tell you firsthand from moving across this great country that bad advice from your real estate agent can cost you time and a whole lot of money. You, however, have a great team of great Americans right there in your backyard that puts their money where their mouths are and takes the stress out of selling a home. I'm talking about ADRIENNE Lally and ATTILIO Leonardi of Team Lally at Keller Williams Realty. They have a system for attracting buyers that's so effective they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and a deadline that you agree to, or will have it bought for cash. Now, how can they do this? Simple. The average realtor sells less than 10 homes a year and attracts a handful of buyers a month. Now, ADRIENNE and ATTILIO spend thousands of dollars every month to attract hundreds of buyers and help sell your home for 18% more money than the traditional agent. Now, they are so confident that you'll be happy, they also offer you a one-day listing agreement. Now, if they don't live up to their guarantees, they let you out of the contract, no questions asked. ADRIENNE and ATTILIO outsell 99% of the agents in Hawaii by targeting both local and out-of-state buyers. Call the agents that I personally recommend. That's ADRIENNE Lally and ATTILIO Leonardi of Team Lally at Keller Williams Realty at 799-9596. That's 799-9596. Or online at guaranteedsale.com.
Are you a veteran interested in purchasing a home? If so, you qualify for the great benefits allowed by the VA Home Loans Program. Benefits like no down payment required, reduced closing costs, and flexible qualifying guidelines.
Hawaii VA Loans is Hawaii's VA loan specialist who can educate you on all these benefits and help you get on track with being pre-approved for a VA loan.
For more information on how you can tap into this great resource, go to hawaiivaloans.com to download their free 24-page ebook. As a special bonus, after downloading the informative guide, you'll be instructed on how you can earn a $1,000 closing cost credit on your next home purchase.
So what are you waiting for? Get your free VA loan ebook and earn a $1,000 closing credit by going to hawaiivaloans.com or give them a call at 792-4251. That's 792-4251. We recommend Fidelity National Title Insurance Company for your next real estate transaction.
Through its nationwide network of direct operations and agents, Fidelity National Title provides title insurance, underwriting, escrow, and closing services to consumers.
Check them out at fidelitynationaltitle.com or fntic.com.
Hi, I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
There are a lot of choices out there.
It's important to make the right choice when it comes to a realtor.
This client felt they made the right choice.
We'd like to share their thoughts with you.
I would say that Team Lally is more professional. Also, they are more thorough. They provide more than just their services are excellent. They'll provide you with other services. They keep you updated, let you know what's going on. I was never I was never lost as far as knowing what went on, but every step of the way they kept in touch and let me know what's going on. I would have no problem referring them.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
If you're looking for an outstanding insurance agent that will personally help you during the moment of truth, we recommend Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance.
So, Attilio, what do you mean by the moment of truth?
Well, the best insurance is the insurance you never have to use, but we know that's not how life works. So when life happens, you can count on Bradley and his team to exceed your expectations for your insurance needs.
Keep in mind that when buying a home, the cost of home insurance should be taken into consideration. I trust Bradley with my own personal home, so you should give him a call. Call Bradley with Allstate Insurance at 591-8016. Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or We'll Buy It. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at 799-9596. That's 799-9596.
No. That's 799-9596.
Or on the web at teamlally.com. And that's Lally.
Well, hey, everybody. We're going to have some great tax information for you today, maybe.
Maybe.
But if not, we always have a plan B. It's just like how when we deal with our clients. Always got to have a plan B, C, D, E, F.
That's
oh,
right.
Wait, we got somebody calling in. And so, 4 soothing insights for anxious first-time home buyers. Should we talk about that? We'll give them a little bit.
Who's on the line? Hello?
Hey there, Adrienne. It's Robin.
Oh, hi, Robin.
How's it, guys?
Good.
Doing great. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for reminding her. No. Oh, my God.
Okay. We know it's busy because it's
tax season.
It's tax season. April 15th around the corner, right?
Indeed. We're starting to get a little busy. So this is a great topic, timely topic. So I'm excited to talk about it.
So if you could just tell us real quick who you are and the type of business that you own.
Oh, sure. My name is Robin Wenzel, and I own Robin Wenzel Accounting, Taxation, and Consulting, basically a local service provider in business since 1997, targeting primarily small business and assisting the businesses and their owners with their accounting, payroll, taxation, consulting, trying to just help them make sense of the numbers. I know they didn't go to school to be accountants and read financials, and just try and help them make the most of whatever it is they're trying to do.
And now you hold some kind of a special license where you can do the taxation in all the states, right?
Right. So I'm an enrolled agent, and what that means is it's I guess it's a license to practice before the IRS. And unlike CPAs and whatnot who are licensed by each state, the EA credential allows me to practice across any state regarding federal taxation matters. And I don't, although I do have the education and the experience to put CPA next to my name, I don't, because my focus is on the operations of a client's business and the real-time activities and guidance that they would need, not so much on the after-the-fact things that the CPA credential enables folks to do, like compilations, reviews, and audits. Those are all after the fact. And, I'm more into helping folks in the here and now and going forward. So that's kind of the logic there.
So in the here and now, could you give us some tax preparation tips? Because I know that people are getting their what are those 1099s and the write-offs from the banks W-2s and W-2s.
Right. Yep. I mean, it's funny. We're all pretty much creatures of habit. So it's this. You can tell folks do this, but it's funny how almost every year clients come in around the same time every year, no matter what you say to them. But the thing to think about, though, is you might want to come in a little sooner this year, because IRS has delayed processing tax returns until January 31st, which means the tax season is starting later. They just weren't ready. And so what that means is, it's if you wait, it's going to basically push your schedule back, a few weeks, in terms of if you're used to getting your refund or used to having your tax work done a certain time. Because we're starting a little bit later, we can file the returns, but they won't even touch them until January 31st, and that's only the 1040s. The business returns and whatnot aren't going to be worked until later. I forget the exact date, but they're definitely behind this year. Definitely.
I guess that's good news for all us procrastinators.
Well, kind of. But I know sometimes people think, oh, if I extend and I file after the main filing period, my chances of being audited are less. Right? That's kind of a common myth. Because I say myth because back in the day it used to be like that, but now there's just a scoring. there's scoring that the IRS computers do to either randomly pick or flag certain things on return, so it really doesn't matter when you file now. So it's, in my mind, it's better just to get the compliance out of the way, because if you're delaying the tax preparation, let's say until, the extension due date, which is almost, it's 3/4 of the way through the next year, the ability to really do any substantive tax planning is gone, right? So it's always good just to get it out of the way, and, your preparer can work with you to make sure you're paying what you owe, but not a penny more for the current year. So anyways, yeah.
Yeah, in the words of Willie Nelson, pay your taxes.
I don't think he said that.
No, I don't think he ever said that. In fact, I think he would probably say something else that we can't say on the radio. But, yeah, he's not a good example of a tax person, or Wesley Snipes, right? Yes. But I think we're going to talk about 1031s today.
Yes.
Yeah. What are those? What is
a 1031 exchange? Let's start with that.
Well, actually, what's up with that? Okay, 1031 is actually an Internal Revenue Code section that basically lets investors delay paying of the gain when they sell a property. In other words, you can sort of work your way up in terms of property values, and as long as you're, there's like 9 steps that you have to take, you don't have to pay tax on it until a later date. And we always try and push taxes out because, we're thinking that the tax rates would be lower. Of course, that's not always true, but that's just
wishful thinking.
What's that?
Wishful thinking.
Well, I don't know. I think recently it's definitely wishful thinking because of all the new taxes this year, with the the 3.8 excise tax on your investment income, and of course there's the whole if you don't have health insurance, there'll be penalties for that in future years, and I don't think that they can keep going up forever. But I am worried because for the bailouts and Obamacare and all these things that have come down in recent years, I mean, those debts are massive, and they're going to be basically on the backs of our kids to pay for those. So
it's okay, they got strong backs.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, okay. So let's see, 1031. So let's say you start out, you just buy a little apartment, and you are ready to move up to a house, and you turn your apartment into a rental. And then, maybe a few years later, you've got more income, and you want to increase your rentals, or you want to buy a bigger place to rent out. You can basically sell that place. And, if you have a gain on it, you can defer it until, you can 1031 as many times as you want. And you have to use an intermediary. I mean, there's a whole process that you have to go through, but really it's a wonderful tool to upgrade your investments without paying tax. And theoretically, you can just, if you're a buy and hold and you're not just trying to flip properties, I mean, 1031s enable you to basically defer gains on these property sales indefinitely.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Robin, the rule, is this still an accurate statement? If you've lived in the home 2 of the last 5 years, that you won't have any capital gains tax?
See, that's the thing here, and that's why the tax code is so complicated. What you're referring to has nothing to do with 1031s. It has to do with the sale of your principal residence, right? And so that's still true, but the limits are $250,000. So that's why we say, you don't have to pay any tax on it if you're married, if you make less than $500,000 on it, basically. And that's where that comes from. This is completely different because that's personal residence, which is not investment property. 1031s are only for investment properties, right? Or actually, they're properties that are held for use in your business, trade. So you can 1031 equipment. I mean, it's not just real residential. But that's the one that's the most common because, I mean, it's it's just the one it's a bigger asset than just a bulldozer or something.
Yeah.
Right?
I think people are definitely using it for building wealth.
Well, absolutely. And that's, the nice thing about, the rentals and residential rentals is if you do it right, you can basically it's like any other investment, but you're basically borrowing money to pay for the...
272703.
Hey, Adrienne, I was thinking about buying an investment property and renting it out myself. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea.
Really?
No.
What? Why not?
Did you know that Hawaii law favors the tenant?
Really?
Yes, and if you end up in court and the tenant wins, you may be liable for triple damages.
Oh, no, I feel like Mr. Bill.
What I recommend you do is give Team Lally Property Management a call.
Why is that?
We have a guaranteed rent program.
Oh, really? What does that mean?
If we don't lease your home in 60 days, we'll pay the rent.
No way. If you don't lease my home in 60 days, you'll pay my rent?
Yes, if we don't lease your home in 60 days, we will pay the rent.
So, for more details, should I go to rentguaranteed.com?
Yes, that's rentguaranteed.com.
Or you can also call 445-9223. That's 445-9223. That's 445-9223. I hate those commercials that keep repeating the number. What's that number?
445-9223.
Oh, yeah, 445-9223.
In every real estate transaction, there is a virtual silent partner, the escrow company. They're there to make certain that the transaction keeps on track and that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
We like working with Hawaii Escrow and Title. They close our transactions on time with professionalism and aloha. We're happy to recommend Hawaii Escrow and Title for any escrow and title services, providing Hawaii's community with exceptional escrow and title services since 1972.
Check them out on the web at hetinc.com. That's hetinc.com. Hi, I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
Buying or selling a home can be stressful.
We know that having a plan of action eliminates the stress.
And that's what we do. Get rid of the stress.
Here's one of our clients.
I think really the key to their success is the way they're able to communicate with their customers. I didn't have that the last time I used a realtor.
Hey, listen, are you confused, maybe even frightened when thinking about real estate? Well, here's a unique proposition. It's from Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Keller Williams. You know, Adrienne and Attilio, they offer a no-obligation guarantee. If they have not done their job, you're free to get out of your contract. You're not going to want to, though, because they'll sit down with you, establish a price and deadline to sell your home, and if the deadline passes and the home isn't sold, they're going to buy your home. Just listen to this. This is Ocean Point in Eva Beach. Adrienne listed the home, and 4 days later, before it was even shown physically to anyone, she had a full-price offer. Now, how has this happened? Because the team provided a video tour through the home, not just some slideshow, but an actual video tour. And the video tour told the buyers all they needed to know. Sellers love these guys. So working with Adrienne and Attilio doesn't obligate you to anything. If they're not doing their job, they're going to let you out of your contract, and they'll do it free and clear. So why not call the only agent willing to earn your business every single day? Team Lally, 855-KHVH-830. That's 855-KHVH-830 or online at guaranteedsale.com. That's guaranteedsale.com, and start your packing now.
Party people!
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at 799-9596. Are you going to sing it?
799.
9596.
I was leaving it open there because I'm going to make you sing. She hates singing.
Or on the web at teamlally.com, and that's Lally.
No, that's Lally.
All right, so before we took a break, we had Robin Wenzel on. He's a tax and
he's a tax pro.
Tax pro, business pro.
Robin, they have dying questions for you. So
yes.
Again, what's a good number to reach you at? Hey, Stephen, is Robin there?
Oh, there you are.
There you are.
I'm here.
All right.
What's
a good number for you?
It's 540-1500.
Are you going to sing it? Sing it.
540-1500.
I love it.
And then what's a good website for you, Robin?
Well, it's just robinwenzel.com. And I know, Wenzel, how do we spell that? It's,
yes.
Well, it's R-O-B-I-N. Let's see, boys are I, girls are Y. But anyways, R-O-B-I-N, W-E-N-T as in Tom, Z as in zebra, EL.com. I should probably think of an easier domain name, but
that
that's
works.
it for now.
How about the honest CPA?
Well, I'm sure somebody already has that one. Anyways, so 1031s, there's a lot to talk about. Maybe we can talk a little bit about how they work, and then we can even talk about, some of the terms like qualified intermediary and things like that. Does that sound okay?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
Tell us about this intermediary.
Okay, so an intermediary is actually somebody who enters into an agreement with the Internal Revenue Service to serve as this fiduciary function. And the deeds are actually transferred to this person to facilitate the exchange. Companies, there's actually 1031 companies out there, accounting firms do it. But basically, you have to pick your intermediary, and in the agreement that you have, when you decide to sell your house, there has to be a clause in your agreement that says that that buyer is going to cooperate with the exchange and wouldn't hold up, something along the lines that says buyer hereby acknowledges. It basically acknowledges that this is a 1031 transaction and they're not going to try and delay it or do anything to kind of jam up the whole process. So it's pretty formal. And the intermediary also signs the HUD-1 at the settlement of the relinquished property. So, and the deed goes directly from the exchange to the buyer. And after it settles, you basically have 45 days to identify the replacement property, and you have 180 days to actually buy it. If you take any cash out of it, if you don't use all the proceeds or whatever for the new property, it's something called boot, and you have to pay tax on it. So basically there's maybe about 5 rules of thumb to be able to defer the entire taxable gain. They're real easy. The value of the replacement property, which is what you're buying, has to be equal to or greater than what you sold or relinquished, right? Equity in the replacement property has to be equal to or greater than the equity in the relinquished, meaning you can't take $100,000 out. Otherwise, you're going to pay tax on the boot. The debt on the replacement property, which is the one you're buying, has to be equal to or greater than the debt relinquished. So if you owed $300,000 on the mortgage, and you only, the new mortgage is only $200,000, there's a problem. It's considered boot. So pretty much all of the net proceeds must be used to acquire the replacement property, and no net boot can be received. So basically, has to be worth more. You have to have as much debt on it or more than you had on the one you're giving up, and you can't take any money out. But it's still, it's still a beautiful thing, because remember, these are investment properties or these are business properties. So this is property that's generating revenue for you. So obviously, if you're moving up to something bigger, theoretically you're generating more revenue, right? So it's wonderful, and there's a whole industry around this, and it's it's pretty common. Most real estate investors and a lot of folks have done one or many 1031 exchanges, because it doesn't make sense to pay tax on something if you don't have to, right? It's just a bad play with your resources. You have to protect all your resources at all times.
So could you 1031 exchange and then buy like 2 or 3 more properties?
Absolutely, as long as the aggregate, as long as the amounts are more than what you gave up. So yeah, that's, and then of course your basis in the new properties is the same basis as in the old, right? So, if your basis in the first property is $100,000, and then the next property has a basis of $500,000, for tax purposes, your basis is still $100,000, because the 1031 is simply a deferral of the gain. It's not, don't worry about the gain. The tax man always will come knocking at some point. But, if you do it right, you can, hold your properties until your demise and make that part of your estate plan. But I'm not an estate planner guy, so I don't really want to talk too much about that.
Now, on your website, do you have information about 1031 exchanges? Or
I don't have information about 1031s because it's just one of many components of the tax code. And I myself am not a 1031 facilitator, but I think that they're an excellent way to, like Attilio said, build wealth.
Yes.
My website generally will tell you what we can do for you and how we do it. It's pretty cool. But it more talks about our philosophy and it's when you have a conversation with a potential client, it's I can hand them a paper brochure, but people often want to just look on the web to kind of check you out beforehand or afterwards. So that's kind of the deal.
Yeah, and I think the key thing on your website is your phone number, and they can call you and talk to you live.
Are you going to sing it?
No.
Sing his phone number.
What's the number?
Let's bark it. No, I'm just kidding. It's 540-1500.
540-1500. But so I had a question for you. Was actually maybe I'm answering my own question. Is what's your ideal client? It's probably not the ones that sing your number.
The ideal client for me is business-wise or even personal, just somebody who needs help and who is willing to work with a firm and take advice and, trust that. I mean, my core business is accounting and tax and business structures and all of those things. Just like, the contractor, they're excellent at building houses, but they didn't go to school to be an accountant. Well, my job is to basically be the accountant for not the Fortune 500, but the Fortune 5 million small businesses that are really the backbone of our economy. And those guys don't necessarily have operations big enough to have a complete in-house corporate controller situation. And basically I fill that gap. My sweet spot is small business. It's my passion. And I love it because I can help them build personal wealth, and I can also manage their entire picture from their business all the way down into their personal taxation and financial stuff. So I don't know who my ideal client is. It's not Servco or any of those guys. It's just folks who are in business out there working hard. And
they cannot be too grouchy. No grouchy ones.
No, they can be grouchy because, I have a great personality. I'll cheer you up.
There you go.
We'll avoid certain topics or, but no, they just, in honesty, right? I mean, because the IRS has really imposed some draconian rules on preparers in the last few years, and just because it's, it makes good business sense, is I tend to avoid, I'm all cash, and I haven't paid taxes for all these years, and I don't want to pay my taxes, that kind of stuff. You have to be a legitimate business, right?
Their tagline cannot be "Buy me drinky."
It can, because maybe she's they've got like GET licenses and they pay their taxes, right? But
on the books.
No, because part of the reputation is the clients that you have as well, right?
Yeah.
So you just want to work with people that are honest, and again, it's just pay what you owe, but don't pay any more. And there are all kinds of things that you can do to minimize your taxes, and there's all kinds of information that you need to get from your business's financials. I don't care if you're a swap meet vendor, or you're a small electric company with 20 employees.
Sure.
I mean, you need so many times. Somebody will get a business loan from a bank, and which is wonderful. But their mindset is just, I only need my financials when my banker needs them for my loan renewal, right? So, just because they're good at what they do and they have good cash flow doesn't mean they're maximizing their income. Doesn't mean that their business is doing everything that it could be, right?
So if you're a small business out there and you need to save money on taxes, give Robin Wenzel a call at 540-1500.
That's 540-1500.
So, Robin, we got to take a break, but thanks so much for joining us today on the show and sharing.
It was my pleasure.
Yes.
And we'll definitely have you back again.
Yes, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
All right.
I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we start real slow. You
Just put your lips together and you come real close. Can you blow my whistle?
Hi, it's Colin Coward. You've heard me say losers make excuses and champions find a way to win every time. Need to sell your home right here in Honolulu? You've got real estate agents who operate in a whole different league. My friends, ADRIENNE, Lally, and ATTILIO Leonardi of Team Lally Keller Williams. Those guys make the selling process look easy because they sell 27 times more homes than the average agent and spend thousands of marketing dollars, attracting hundreds of buyers. Because of that, ADRIENNE and ATTILIO guarantee that if they can't sell your home at a price and deadline you agreed to, they'll buy your home. They'll buy yours, no risk. And if at any point you're not happy, they'll let you fire them, and you're free to go. But that's not going to happen. There's only one phone call I would make. It would be to ADRIENNE Lally and ATTILIO Leonardi. Write the number down, 799-9596. 799-9596. Or online at guaranteedsale.com. That's guaranteedsale.com.
Hawaii is one of the most beautiful places to live with our gorgeous weather and perfect tropical climate. It's the ultimate paradise.
However, pests love living here just as much as we do. Pests like cockroaches, termites, ants, and even rodents thrive within our very own homes.
Ew! Keeping them out is important for the safety of your family as well as the structural integrity of your home.
Let Kama'aina Termite and Pest Control keep your home clear of these unwanted pests.
They offer smart, reasonable, and effective programs for your property. With more than 30 years of experience, let the Kama'aina team protect your investment.
Call them today for a free estimate at 591-9997. Again, that's 591-9997. One of the things we recommend to get the most value in regards to getting your home ready for sale is a professional cleaning, and the cleaning company we recommend is Spots Cleaning and Maintenance.
Give Flo a call at 383-5843. They are licensed and insured and can do residential and commercial cleaning.
Look, folks, I'm a certified clean freak. Just ask my beautiful wife, Regina. This is the only company I trust to clean my own properties.
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at 799-9596. That's 799-9596, or on the web at teamlally.com, and that's Lally. All right, so we have some buyer agents calling in about their open houses.
All right, who's batter up? Who's next?
Abby. Abby's first because she's got one today. Hello, Abby.
Hi, Attilio. Hi, Adrienne.
Hello.
Hi.
So tell us about your open house today, and then you have one tomorrow also.
Yes, I do. So for today's open house, I'm going to be at 1526 Koala Street, number 3, and this is in the Kiki area. This particular townhome has 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. It's about approximately 640 square foot interior space. It's listed for $299, and it's situated in a corner unit. So it's really nice. Has low maintenance fees as well. So please come down and see me today from 2 to 4:30.
Now, Abby, I want you to repeat after me. Jeans Warehouse.
Jeans Warehouse?
You sound just like that girl.
Don't say that.
She
She
does
does
Jeans
not.
Warehouse.
Jeans Warehouse. Oh, yes.
Okay, so the maintenance fee on this one's only $300 a month.
$300, yes.
So very reasonable. And you get a parking stall.
Yes, 1 parking stall.
Okay, so then tomorrow you have open house.
And tomorrow I'm going to be at Ocean Point, 91-1029 Kaikane Street in Eva Beach. So this is a nice, gorgeous, single-family home, excellent condition. There's about a little over 2,000, interior space. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. There's a full bathroom and bedroom on the first floor. And let me see, there is a custom-built entertainment center in there. There's a nice ceramic flooring. Also, low maintenance fees, association fees is only $81.
Now, this one just had a fresh coat of paint on the exterior and the interior. And these clients, they use Spots Cleaning to help them get the home prepped and ready. We walked in and it was like, oh, brand new house smell. And it was just, it's beautiful. It's move-in ready. 405 series there at Ocean Point, and I think that's one of the more desirable floor plans out there, just with the way that it's laid out, and it's very, very spacious. So
couple of steps away from a nice mini park.
So yeah, so make sure to go and visit Abby tomorrow. You'll be there from 2 to 5.
2 to 5, yes. Please come down and see me.
She's going to have lots of signs out, so you won't get lost.
Yes.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, thanks,
Okay,
Abby.
thank you
have a
so
good
much.
Open.
Thank you, Abby.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so we have Kaylin.
Batter up.
Kaylin Kim Walker on the line.
Hi, good morning, you guys.
Good morning, Kaylin. Thanks for calling in. Tell us about your open house.
Come visit me tomorrow. I'm going to be in Eva Beach at Aloha Terrace. The street name is Namahoe Street, and I'm going to be in the only 2-bedroom on the market, Unit 6B, listed at $279. Fee simple.
And that
This
one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a reminder, if you don't see them there, they are coming soon to a theater near you. Brand new appliances.
Yes. And the other great thing about this unit is that it's priced very well. You have instant equity. I think the last one that was similar ground floor unit sold at $330,000. I mean, that one was totally remodeled top to bottom.
But Kaylin, tell us more.
Yes.
Yeah, well, this is a great size starter home, but it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and it has 2 parking stalls. So that is a commodity in itself.
Yes.
It's the unit's at 754 square feet. As you mentioned, ground floor is always desirable, and it's a pet-friendly building.
Yes.
So super big bonus. But I'll be there from 2 to 5 tomorrow, Namahoe Street, Unit 6B, Aloha Terrace. Come see me, $279. Fee simple.
Yeah, it's right in the villages of Kapolei, highly desirable community. I think it's one of the best communities on Oahu. Do I live in that community? Yes, I do.
So you're a little biased. All right, thanks, Kaylin, for calling in.
Okay. Have a good day. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Thank you, Kaylin. She's so nice, they named her twice, Kaylin Kim Walker.
All right, so we have some other open houses where I guess our buyer agents are out busy showing homes right now, so we're going to talk about them for them. So Cherie Fikani is going to be over at Hu'umaka Village in Waikele on 94870 Lumi Au Street, Unit K203. This one is a 2-bedroom.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I got to do a Hawaiian check of the pronunciation. Ho'omaka Village.
That's what I said.
Hi, I'm the Hawaiian in the studio. Got to make sure the Hawaiian words are pronounced correctly. Keep going.
Okay. So this one's listed at $335,000.
Yeah.
2 bedrooms, 2 bath, and 2 parking. Which, again, as Kaylin was saying, parking is a commodity. I think most of the units in this complex only have 1 parking.
Yeah, we looked it up on the comps for the last 6 months, and all of them had single parking. So this is definitely a premium. If you don't like parking on the street, well, it could be a weight loss program if you only have one parking stall, because then you got to park on the street and walk.
Yeah, but what if there's no spots on the street? Then where do you park?
Then you just park at work and you just walk even further.
You get some roller skates so you can roller skate home.
No worries. Got 2 parking stalls.
That's right.
Eat all the cheeseburgers you want and just you got your 2 parking stalls.
All right, so this one's open today from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
They have very reasonable maintenance fees of $293 per month. And again, this is over in Waikele. Brand new, just came on the market 2 days ago.
Yes.
So go and visit Cherie. She'll be out there 2 to 5 today.
All right, and we got another one?
We do. We have I Place out in Kaneohe. And that one is listed for $640,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
Open from 1 to 6?
Yes, on Sunday.
Marathon open.
So that one's has a beautiful landscaping, great big yard.
Nice corner lot.
7,000 square foot lot.
And it's a good home in Kaneohe. Pretty good price. I mean, especially if you're looking in that area, it can get pretty pricey, but this is about right at about the median price point.
Yep. So go check it out tomorrow. It's going to be open from 1 till 6.
Okay.
All right, so we were, I guess Janice Merlin did call in. She is right now sitting at the Neil Blaisdell Exhibition Hall.
The BIA Hawaii Home Show.
Yes, so that's going on today until 9 and then Sunday until 4. We have some VIP guest passes, so if any of our listeners would like some free passes, we're going to leave them here at the station.
Yeah, they should just call the studio number 521-8383.
That's 521-8383.
And we have like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So there's like 10. Then we have
10
10 VIP passes to this,
now, if you guys
this
know
home
anything
building
about,
remodeling show.
Yeah, home building and remodeling show. It's pretty much in the Blaisdell. I used to work it when I had a different career. And there's like everything and anything. They got cooking shows. They got demonstrations. They got a lot of, you can taste things. There's if you're hungry,
If you want to go have lunch,
just walk around and taste all the different samples that they have there. The vendors are giving away stuff. I mean, it's a very filling show.
maybe we should go there after this radio
tell
show.
you.
Go get lunch.
We use the VIP pass. Is this Janice? Let's see if it's Janice calling in.
Who is this calling in? Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I just heard your announcement on the radio for passes for the BIA show.
Yes, we have
Come
free.
down and get them.
Yep.
Where is the station?
The station we're located in Haleiwa on the North Shore. No, I'm just kidding. We are Dole Cannery. Stephen, I guess Stephen will talk to you off the air.
We can get you all squared
and
away.
Get you all squared away.
I'll take care of you.
Congratulations. You're caller
Great.
number 1.
Great. Thank you.
Free passes.
Free passes.
Thanks for listening. Oh, we have more people calling. All right, so free guest passes, 521-8383. That's 521-8383 for the home building and remodeling show.
Yeah, so hey, person who called, don't head out to Haleiwa. Come down to the Dole Cannery area. You call us back on that studio line, 521-8383, and Stephen, our awesome in-studio producer, will give you the information to come get those free passes.
Yes. All right, so we are ending our show here. So
Wait, I don't hear the music.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
All right, well, thanks for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Denise Kaehu, Hawaii Escrow and Title.
Gabe Ame and Jim Owens with Hawaii VA Loans and Home Loan Financial.
Mike Metz with Kamai and Termite and Pest Control.
Bradley Mariyama with Allstate Insurance.
Flo and Frank with Spots Cleaning and Maintenance.
Matt Fortier with Fidelity National Title.
All right, if you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com and check out our business partner page under our links section.
We also want to give a big thank you to Steven, our producer here in the studio.
Chee-hoo.
And make sure to tune in next week. We're going to have an awesome guest talking about something that will change your life forever.
This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
Sold program.
We can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and or time frame. We'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.